The trumpet's history stretches back millennia, its resonant call echoing through the annals of human civilization. From the earliest days of human society, the trumpet has been a powerful tool for communication, celebration, and ceremony. Long before the advent of written language, our ancestors discovered the power of sound in animal horns. These natural instruments were among the first tools used to create music and convey messages over long distances. These rudimentary instruments, crafted from the horns of oxen, rams, and other creatures, served as early communication tools. They were simple yet effective, allowing early humans to send signals across vast expanses. Imagine hunters signaling each other across vast plains, their horn blasts carrying messages on the wind. These sounds could warn of danger, call for help, or coordinate group activities, making them indispensable in early human society. These early horns were more than just tools. They held cultural and spiritual significance. They were often used in rituals and ceremonies, believed to connect the physical world with the spiritual realm. In ancient Egypt, for example, the trumpet-like sheneb played a role in religious ceremonies. Its powerful sound was thought to communicate with the gods and ensure their favor. Its powerful sound was believed to please the gods and ward off evil spirits. The sheneb was an integral part of the spiritual and cultural life of ancient Egyptians. Similarly, in ancient China, the zun, a bronze horn, held both ceremonial and military importance. It was used in rituals to honor ancestors and in military contexts to signal troops. These early instruments, though simple in construction, laid the foundation for the trumpet's enduring legacy. They were the precursors to the more complex and refined instruments we know today. As civilizations advanced, so too did their craftsmanship. The development of new techniques and materials allowed for the creation of more sophisticated instruments. The development of metallurgy marked a turning point in the trumpet's evolution. With the ability to work with metals, artisans could create instruments that were not only more durable, but also capable of producing a wider range of sounds. No longer limited to the natural shapes of horns, artisans could mold and shape metal to create instruments with greater sonic possibilities. This innovation paved the way for the development of the modern trumpet. The transition from horn to metal marked a significant leap forward, paving the way for the development of more sophisticated trumpets. This evolution reflects the ingenuity and creativity of human societies throughout history. The transition from animal horns to crafted metal instruments marked a pivotal moment in the trumpet's history. This evolution signified not just a change in material, but also a leap in human ingenuity and craftsmanship. The early artisans who pioneered this transformation laid the groundwork for a rich tradition of musical innovation. In ancient Mesopotamia, skilled artisans crafted trumpets from silver and bronze, their gleaming surfaces reflecting the region's advanced metalworking techniques. These instruments were not merely tools, but works of art, embodying the cultural and technological achievements of their time. The Mesopotamian trumpets were often used in ceremonial contexts, adding a layer of solemnity and grandeur to important events. These trumpets, often adorned with intricate carvings, served as symbols of power and prestige, their powerful voices echoing through grand palaces and temples. The carvings themselves told stories of gods, kings, and heroes, making each trumpet a narrative piece as well as a musical instrument. The sound of these trumpets was believed to connect the earthly realm with the divine, resonating through the halls of history. Across the Mediterranean, the Etruscans, renowned for their metalworking prowess, developed the lituus, a long, straight trumpet with a distinctive upturned bell. This instrument was not only a testament to their technical skill, but also a reflection of their cultural identity. The lituus was used in various aspects of Etruscan life, from military signals to religious ceremonies, showcasing its versatility and importance. This visually striking instrument played a prominent role in Etruscan religious ceremonies, its piercing sound thought to carry prayers to the heavens. The lituus was often seen in the hands of priests and other religious figures, its sound believed to bridge the gap between the human and the divine. The Etruscans' reverence for the lituus highlights the deep spiritual significance they attributed to music and sound. The Romans, who later conquered the Etruscans, adopted the lituus, integrating it into their own military and ceremonial traditions. The Roman adaptation of the liturus demonstrates the cultural exchange and assimilation that occurred through conquest. In Roman hands, the liturus became a symbol of military might and organizational prowess used to signal commands and coordinate troops on the battlefield. Meanwhile, in ancient China, the development of bronze casting techniques led to the creation of elaborate trumpets known as hao. These instruments were masterpieces of metalwork, showcasing the advanced techniques and artistic sensibilities of Chinese craftsmen. The hao were often used in court ceremonies and military parades, their sound a symbol of imperial authority and power. These instruments, often adorned with intricate dragon designs, served as symbols of imperial authority. The dragon, a powerful symbol in Chinese culture, added an element of mystique and grandeur to the hao. The detailed craftsmanship of these designs reflected the high status of the instrument and its player, often reserved for the elite and the royal court. Their deep, resonant sound accompanied grand processions and announced the arrival of important dignitaries. The sound of the hao was unmistakable, its deep tones cutting through the noise of the crowd, commanding attention and respect. These processions were not just displays of power, but also of cultural heritage, with the hao playing a central role in the spectacle. These early metallic trumpets, each unique to its culture, demonstrate the widespread human desire to harness the power of sound. From the Mesopotamians to the Chinese, each culture developed its own unique approach to trumpet design and use, reflecting their values, beliefs, and technological advancements. The legacy of these ancient instruments continues to resonate, reminding us of the universal human connection to music and sound. Throughout history, the trumpet's powerful voice has transcended cultural boundaries, serving as a potent symbol in both war and peace. Its resonant sound has echoed through the ages, marking moments of triumph and tragedy alike. In the ancient world, the trumpet's piercing call rallied troops on the battlefield, its sound inspiring courage in the hearts of soldiers and striking fear into the enemy. The blare of the trumpet was more than just a signal. It was a psychological weapon, a sonic force that could change the tide of battle. The Roman army, famed for its military prowess, employed a variety of trumpets, including the buccina, a large C-shaped horn used for signaling maneuvers, and the tuba, a straight trumpet that announced attacks and other critical events. These instruments were integral to the Roman military strategy, ensuring that commands could be heard over the chaos of battle. Beyond the battlefield, trumpets played a central role in religious ceremonies and civic rituals. Their sound was believed to bridge the earthly and the divine, calling people to gather and participate in communal rites. In ancient Israel, priests blew silver trumpets to announce festivals and call the community together in prayer. These trumpets were not merely musical instruments, but sacred objects, imbued with spiritual significance. The sound of the trumpet, associated with divine pronouncements, held deep spiritual significance for the Israelites. It was a call to worship, a signal of divine presence, and a reminder of their covenant with God. Similarly, in ancient Greece, trumpets accompanied athletic competitions, religious processions, and theatrical performances, their vibrant sound adding a sense of grandeur and solemnity to these events. The trumpet's voice was a herald of both celebration and solemnity, marking the importance of the occasion. The trumpet's association with power and divinity extended beyond the ancient world. Its sound continued to be a symbol of authority and reverence throughout the ages. In medieval Europe, trumpets became symbols of royal authority, their use restricted to kings and high-ranking nobles. The trumpet's call was a proclamation of power, a signal that commanded attention and respect. Trumpet fanfares announced the arrival of monarchs, heralded important proclamations, and added an air of majesty to courtly life. The sound of the trumpet was synonymous with the presence of royalty, a clear indicator of the importance of the moment. The trumpet's voice, whether on the battlefield or in the cathedral, has long been intertwined with moments of great significance. Its sound has marked the turning points of history, echoing through time as a symbol of both human endeavor and divine will.